Hello, hello. Happy Monday and happy Memorial Day for all of the American folks. I'm not sure if it's going to be anyone else live, so let me just give people a couple of minutes. But while we're waiting, let's check in on our feels for the day. So pop a feeling word. If you haven't taken stock, give yourself a moment of pause and self-reflection and check in with how you're feeling. All right. And let us know in the chat. Might be just the three of us on live. Excited. I love that, Annie. I know, it's nice to see your face on here the last couple of weeks. I've been feeling very introspective today, like inward, which is actually, I think, very aligned for tonight's call. Even though you may not think that the inward, Kylie was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that word. All right, well, while we wait a couple minutes just to see if anyone else is gonna pop on before we do our grounding exercise. This week is all about using your voice. And that can feel very external, right? It's this like, often we see it as like this presentational thing, speaking up for ourselves, speaking out, actually verbalizing things. It feels and expresses ourselves in an external way. And yet what I mean by this, and you'll see as we progress, whether you are live or watching the recording, which I know a lot of us are because of the holiday. This week is all about piecing all of the clarity and all of the understanding and awareness that we've been building and working towards, and solidifying what it is, where we are in our being and our body and our self-expression and our reflection to ourselves and to society and to the people we love, in a concrete and really, really honest way. And so while, yes, the verbalization piece is more external, this is all rooted in our inward understanding. And so a lot of the work we're going to be doing together today, whether you are watching live or watching the recording, is going to be very, very journal heavy. This is far and above the most journal focused week and session. So please have that ready to go. It's going to almost the entire thing is going to be focusing on really, really getting that clarity into words and verbiage so that you can stand in that fuck yes truth that you have been really, really honing these last 10 weeks. Wild. So fucking crazy. And yeah, so it's going to feel like a lot of inner work. And then your soul work, for those of you who are watching the recording, is going to be a lot of external work. And for those of you who are live, we're going to be doing that soul work together at the end of the session. Since there's only two of you, I feel like we'll totally have time for that. I wasn't sure how many people would show up live. So yeah. So that's what's going down today. I'm just going to assume that it's going to be the three of us at this point. Let me just check real quick before, see if anyone posted anything in the group. Okay, cool. If someone shows up while we're doing our meditation, then I will just invite them in afterwards. But I want to, because so much of this is tapping back into our intuition, I want us just to take us a moment together to release, get into the space. The next 45 to 50 minutes are for you to fully be present with your thoughts. So try and remove distractions from around you. If you're not in a room that is alone, this is maybe the most important, other than maybe the embodiment day. This is the most important session to really just be one with yourself and one with your thoughts. So, if your partner's in the room, or parent or whatever, step into the other space, make sure you have your journal. If you are watching the recording and you want to set up like a space that feels really aligned and like light a candle, or you have an altar that feels really aligned, you know, do that, or take a minute to do that now. Kylie's like, I'm gonna go get my my candle. I just, yes, take like a couple minutes to set up your space in a way that you can truly just be most with yourself, and most at peace. Integration is kind of the theme of today, and distractions remove from that. So yeah. Also, if you have like a Spotify that you know that you like to journal to, when I'm going to be going, you know, and saying, here, take 5 minutes for this section, you can always pull that up too. Whatever feels good, just really get into your space. And for those of you who are on live, once you feel good in that space, you can just write ready in the chat and then we'll get started. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Take a minute and find a very comfortable spot, whether you want to lay down, sit, whatever feels the best to you. And when you are in a position that feels good, just slowly close your eyes. And just notice your breath entering and exit your body. Don't try to change it, just notice your natural cadence, how deep it enters, where it goes. Maybe you notice your diaphragm rising, your lower belly, your chest, your back expanding. Simply follow the in breath and the out breath as it naturally feels inclined in this moment. Letting yourself be present, coming into your body, taking stock of how your body feels, maybe for the first time today. Where do you notice tension? How fast is your heart beating? Notice where you feel relaxed and where you are clenching. And anywhere that you're feeling a little tightness, with your exhale, push your breath to those spaces. Slowly allowing yourself the gift of slowing down and releasing. You are safe. It's okay to release. Your body and your being have you. And trust that your breath will always be there to lead the way. And that your knowing will always be there to guide your heart. It's really coming into that space of surrender in this moment, letting all of the things and to-dos and moments of the day just melt away, and focusing on you breathing in and breathing out, focusing on the inner moment, that release in the here and now. I want you to really start getting clear on your breath and start being more intentional. And I'm going to have you go through 5 rounds of deep breathing on the count of 4 on your own time, and release on the count of 4, and then hold on the count of 4. We'll do 1 together, and then I'll let you go through the last 4 on your own time. So release all the air that's currently in and breathe in. Release out. 2, 3, 4, and hold it at the bottom. Good. On your own time, complete 4 more of those. Good. And as you start finishing it up, just coming back to your breath as it naturally lives. Coming back into the space, ready to speak to your intuition, get in touch with your knowing, and be surrendered into the space. Beautiful. If your eyes aren't already open, feel free to open them and grab your journal. And each of these, I'm going to also share the questions in the chat, just so that if you are more of a visual person and you can see the energy of the question. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes for each of these. If you need a little bit more, I'll just kind of gauge based on where you are, who are on live. And if you need more and you're watching the recording, feel free to just push pause, because these could go for pretty long or short, depending on where you're feeling and how you're feeling pulled. Okay. And I encourage you with all of these questions to trust your gut and just go with what feels like a brain dump approach. There is no right or wrong answer in terms of how to answer these questions. I just want you to hear the question, speak to your inner knowing, and just let it flow, okay? So the first question is, who am I at my core? Again, if you want to put music on, whatever feels good to create the space, I'll give you 5 minutes. 1 minute warning. And wrap up your final sentence on that one. And the next question is, what do I know to be true? 5 minutes. 15 seconds left, so start wrapping up. Okay, your next one is, what lights me up more than anything? 5 minutes. You have a minute left. Okay. So the next one, I want you to think back to the time in the first month where we did the exercise and we broke out all of the different like areas of our life and we whittled it all down. I want you to think back to, or if you have to flip back to what you picked in the area, there were like two specific areas that we were like, I want to focus on these two things. So, with those in mind, when it comes to the areas I want to focus on in my life, where am I holding myself back? So, with those things in mind, when it comes to the areas I want to focus on in my life, where am I holding myself back? I will give you an extra minute to just check back in if you want to take that and let you have some time. A little less than a minute left. Okay. The next question is, what are my fuck no's that I'm committing to shedding from my life from now on? What are my fuck no's that I'm committing to shedding from my life from now on? I'll give you 5 minutes. You have a minute left. Okay. And the last question is, what are my fuck yes truths that I'm committing to putting time and energy into from now on? What are my fuck yes truths that I'm committed to putting time and energy into from now on? This is your last question, and you have 5 minutes. All right, you got 1 minute left. And once you've finished wrapping that part up, I want you to, I'm going to put a thing in the chat and I want you to copy that and add whatever feels right. And this will be at the bottom. So my name is, write your name. I am blank, blank, and blank, 3 adjectives. And this is the beginning of my fuck yes life. Okay. And once you've completed that, I'm curious for those of you who are on live, if you want to just put like a feeling word in the chat around how that felt to write down all of that. That was a lot of writing. Annie said it was energizing. Some questions I felt I could write forever, but some I still felt kind of stuck in. That's good knowing. Yeah, and there's no like final answer, you know, to these things. They're always moving, always malleable. Kind of said I feel hopeful after the last fill in the blank. I love that. And I encourage you to take this week to revisit these things, and if anything like clicks for you in that time, come back. I would like to get to the last little bit, which all of you, whether you're here live or watching the recording, will do. I'm not sure if we're going to have time. Well, I think we might have time for both of you to rock it. There's something about writing all this down. It's for you. But sharing your voice isn't just for yourself. It's about using it too. And this is a super safe, super, confidential space. And what I want to encourage you all to do, and especially those of you who are on live right now, but also for all of you watching the recording, is that we are going to speak out loud the words we just wrote to this space. Okay. I know that some of it might be really, really, really personal. So if there's anything that you don't feel comfortable sharing, and it's not from a fear place. It's from this is just a private thing that I don't want to divulge. I just, for those of you who are on live right now, just like edit yourself as you read, and don't share that piece. But I want both of you, while we're here together, to just one by one, just read through as if this is like a full diary entry. You don't have to like read the question, but just go from the thing to the thing to the thing to the thing until you get to your last statement. Okay. Because there's psychological proof that speaking the things that you feel and are will actually allow you to move in that direction in a much deeper way than just writing them. There's just something about actually putting your written word to your mouth. And I'm a big brain nerd. And so we're going to practice living it. Okay. So who would like to go first? It doesn't really matter to me. Kylie's like, I'll go.
I'll do it.
All right. Thank you for being
like,
brave.
Yeah. All of it, like literally all of the questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's like could be very brain dumpy. So who knows if
you don't have to state it from the beginning. Just speak your truth.
Okay. Okay. At my core, I'm a kind, compassionate soul. I love to see others happy, but I'm learning that it should never be at my expense. I'm somebody who enjoys the simple things, the water on my toes, movement, good food, being in nature and slowing down without the external pressures. I'm a deep feeler. At my core, I'm a carer. I love deeply. I experience raw emotion. I worry because I care, for better or for worse. I'm a storyteller. I'm an artist. At my core, I do not fit society's mold. At my core, I am a lot of who I am on the surface. I know that I'm scared, that life is not something that is predictable, not like the movies or the stories. I know I have a story, a purpose, a reason, a why for everything that has ever happened to me. I know that I am safe. I know that my ability to express who I am and my soul means so much to me. I know that I need me time. I know that I am slowing down right now for a reason. I know that dogs are magic. I know that the love of the people who love you heals like nothing else. I know that everything will be okay. I know that I don't know it all, but I carry the courage inside myself to move forward. Being out in nature, exploring, feeling the fresh air, the lightness of not having to worry, having freedom lights me up. Feeling proud of myself, speaking up lights me up. Making other people I love smile lights me up. Writing, painting, performing, singing, music, laughing. My dog, feeling in control, reading a quote I relate to, yummy food, or a delicious first sip of wine. Discovery, despite worry, feeling strong. I currently don't feel like I'm holding myself back. I feel like I've been dealt a hand that requires me to slow down and pull back. It's hard to balance or feel grounded in moving towards my purpose when I have to focus on my work right now. Who knows? Maybe just by doing what I'm doing, it's all playing out as it should. I would say by not leaving my job, I am holding myself back, but I do have a plan. I think I am honoring exactly what and where I need to, even if I don't understand it or are frustrated by it right now. My fuck no is doubting that everything I want can't come true, that this isn't a setback, that it's a redirection, that there isn't enough money or that money is scarce. My fuck no is not standing up for myself or being complacent to not rock the boat. My fuck no is being malleable in my stance or opinion because of somebody else's reaction or opinion. My fuck no is not making time for what I want to do, staying in a job I hate for too long, plan the exit. My fuck yes truth is making my exit plan in a way that feels safe and secure from my current workplace. Number 1 is my health, number 2 is my exit, and then number 3 is my purpose. Writing, moving, meditating, saving and spending money wisely to make that happen, speaking my opinion, doing what I want for me. And then the last little bit. So my name is Kylie. I am passionate, eager, and courageous. And this is the beginning of my fuck yes life.
How did that feel?
It felt good to read. I could have shut my notebook, honestly, probably, and been like, oh yeah, that was a great exercise, and like picked and choose pieces of it to remember, but like reading it felt.
I also just want to reflect your very deep, like the way that you were reading it and your posture and your tone in your voice, it was sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the rest of you watching experience that too, but I want you to watch this back when you can watch the replay and witness yourself speaking this. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Annie.
cool.
I echoed that Amanda said. Okay. I am a happy, positive person who wants to see the good in all things and people. I am at my core a thoughtful, kind human who strives to create more love, goodness, joy, and connection. I am free. I am open. I am filled with spirit, energy, creativity, compassion. I am a hard worker, a thinker. I'm not a settler. I am driven, powerful, influential. I am loyal, patient, and forgiving. I am someone who wants to be seen, accepted, and connected. I am strong. I am creative. I am carefree. I'm ready for adventure, and I am someone who wants to see things through to the end. Nature is healing and life-giving. Love is more powerful than hate. I know that I make my own happiness. I know that people make mistakes, but I believe forgiveness is true. A change of mindset, perspective, or approach can change things. I know that putting in good hard work yields results. I know that I can make a difference. I know to be true that I am special and unique and I can offer a lot. It's possible to grow and develop relationships and change in some situations. Being a part of something, teaching dance, smiles on my dancers' faces, dancing, connecting with others, new adventures to beautiful places, coincidence, serendipity, being a helping hand, connection to my family and friends, spreading joy to others through dance, helping people to grow, to believe in themselves, take risks, sharing in a collective joy. Sunbathing, performing, giving a performance, my all. Sharing my heart with others to bring them joy and love and inspiration, serving those in need, a really good laugh, collaborating on a project. When it comes to the areas I want, I'm not stepping fully into myself because I'm afraid of failure or making a mistake. I'm afraid to make big decisions because maybe it's not the right timing or not the right set of circumstances. I'm holding back from fully trusting my gut and my intuition under the guise of wait and see. Wait to see if it improves, wait to see if things change, rather than making a bold choice and be ready to handle whatever I need to handle as the jumping off point. I shy away from asking difficult questions. I'm committed to not feeling bad when I make a decision that is aligned with what I need and want, even if it's disappointing to others. I'm committed to no longer saying yes to things I don't want to do, especially when it comes to my time and energy, my opinions and my wisdom. But most especially when it takes time and energy away from what I need to do, what I need to focus on, accomplish, and stay on track with. I refuse to feel bad about making this decision. I am committed to trusting my gut and my intuition, bravely listening to and trusting myself. I'm committing to answering all questions from my place of why and confidently doing only what aligns with me. I'm committing to putting myself back in the equation. I'm committing to positive self-talk, celebrating my journey, living authentically, and creating the life that I want. I am putting time and energy into being confident in myself and trusting myself. I'm committing to owning my worth. My name is Annie, and I'm capable, strong, and I didn't have third one yet. And this is the beginning of my fuck yes life.
Yay! How'd it feel?
Good.
Yeah. Do you notice that at the beginning you were up here and you slowly started like releasing? It was very, very like interesting to witness your body language in that. And it was beautiful to hear your voice. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I know that there were only 2 of us on here live outside of me, and all of you watching the recording, it is your homework to go live or record a video if you can't go live and do exactly what these 2 brave souls did and share inside of our Facebook group. Your second homework and soul work for this week is for all of you to use your voice in some way. This can look like, I know I'm going to do this, so I encourage you to if you want to, and this is just like an easy, okay, cool. This can look like going to your Instagram and sharing a piece of what you just wrote with the world, of claiming who you are and sharing that in your space. It's Pride Month starting tomorrow, and to me, that is the theme of right now for me. I'm going to be doing that, a part of what I just wrote. If you want to do that and that's something that feels really exciting to you, you can do that. Use like hashtag share your voice. I'm going to be doing this whole thing. So feel free to do that and join me in that, but also don't feel like you have to. If you want to use your voice another way, it can look like setting a boundary with somebody, right? Which is what we were working on last week. It can look like actually following your gut intuition and making a decision and communicating something around that. And I want you to, once you have done it, to come back inside the space in our Facebook group and let us know what you did. So we can celebrate you. We can, honor the process. This is all about officially taking action, right? And standing in your truth and taking action in alignment with that is how we begin. And it's so beautiful to witness your voices. Thank you for sharing, both of you, Kylie and Annie. And I can't wait to see all of your guys' stuff. If you're watching the recording, please feel free to join us in the collective breath. I know there's only 3 of us, but let's just do that real fast before we officially hop off, unmute. And then we will go about the rest of our evening. All right. Put your hands where it feels good. On the count of 3, we'll take a deep breath in and release. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Thank you both for being here live. I look forward to seeing all of your shares inside the space, and I will see you in there. Bye.
Thank you.